Bonjour, are we live? Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, hope you're all well. These videos, so the talk through glute workouts are literally my most popular YouTube videos and I absolutely love doing them. So I make sure I do them for you every single month. What a treat. But today's YouTube video, it is a staple, it's a pretty basic glute workout really in terms of the actual exercises. You guys know that I do the staple basic exercises. Over a long period of time, you're gonna see glute growth. So what I want to do today is actually talk through all the exercises with you. Obviously, we have I've already done a set, which is why I'm super out of breath. But the first exercise is barbell hip thrusts. Now, if you don't have a barbell pad, don't bother doing hip thrusts. Literally, you've got to get yourself a barbell pad. Like using a mat doesn't really do your hips justice. So you're going to pop your barbell pad on. As you can see, I have to use steppers today because all the other boxes are actually someone's using the box that I want to do step ups. Fucking not ideal. So I've got 2 steps. This is around, I say like 13, 14 inches, which is pretty perfect for me. You roll the barbell on. I turn my feet slightly externally, not too much, like just a little bit. What you want to do is keep your gaze forward and your chin tucked so your head literally shouldn't move throughout the whole movement. And when you hip thrust, try and imagine a 90-degree angle here. So when you're hip thrusting, if they're really far away, it's going to kill your hamstrings. If they're really close, it's going to hurt your quads. Hurt, pain, you know. So you pretty much want when you're at full hip extension, there's a 90-degree angle. So without further ado, chin tuck, gaze forward, little posterior tilt at the top. We're doing 4 lots of 8 to 10.
This a layup, this a rebound, then it's right, man. Tyson with the fade, not the air, my hands rocking. When I link with ball point, you know it's not, knocking. I'm not the same. Thinking money made me change, nothing else.
They're really hard. But we are working more of hypertrophy today, not as such strength. So aim to go at around 60 to 70% of your 1 rep max. Moving on to B stance barbell hip thrust. Now, I think a lot of people get a bit confused with B stance in terms of your foot position. We're doing 3 sets. I mean, because this exercise is solid. I feel like this is a really difficult exercise, not technically, like the technicalities of it, but just the way it feels is pretty damn hard. So it's the same as doing a hip thrust with one of your legs, and then you're gonna get one of your feet, either pop it on your heel or flat. I usually go heel, and you want it level with that foot in front, so just, you know, you can pretty much eyeball it. And what we're gonna do, keep the chin tucked, the gaze forward, really focus on that little posterior tilt at the top of the movement. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm very out of breath and I'm gonna show you. And then you're gonna do your other leg. Okay, moving on to your first superset. You've got deadlifts into knee banded glute bridges. Now these are conventional deadlifts. There's been a lot of research, I say a lot, there's been research into sumo versus conventional, and it actually shows conventional has a higher level of glute activation, and I can kind of see it. I always thought sumo was better, but I've not done them in a while, and sometimes I feel that's a bit awkward. For me, I prefer conventional anyway. So what you're gonna do, feet pretty narrow. You can have them super narrow, but not too much. Feet narrow, I do an alternate grip. So literally, you're gonna sit back and look up, and this is your starting position, and you're gonna go straight up like so. Money pals. Need a money counter, I broke my thumb from thumbing down. Wifey on my line, she told me to dumb it down. Mama on my line, asking how I'm dumbing now. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's right, man. Tyson with the fade, not the air, Drop the barbell, grab your My Coach school band. I mean, there's no point grabbing one if it's not My Coach. Isn't that right, Ben? And then we've got knee banded glute bridges. What you're gonna do is straight in, try and keep the knees pushed out, keep a posterior tilt, chin a little bit tucked, and it's just this little movement, making sure your back is pretty flat. Oh my days. Next. Hello friends. Okay, we're moving on to step ups. I'm getting increasingly tired. This has actually been a significantly tough workout. Step ups are probably my I shouldn't clap too loud near the mic. My favorite glute exercise. They are so good when done correctly. A lot of people say like you can feel it in your quads, so I'm going to show you how to feel it in your glutes. So what you want to do is grab 2 dumbbells. Don't feel too optimistic with the weight of the dumbbell. Okay, so what you want to focus on is leaning forward rather than like bouncing up. So you're going to lean over and peel the leg off. So you don't want to jump into it. You want to lean forward, peel, 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 and stand up on the bench. Eventually, you'll be able to do it quite consistently. If it's too hard, by the way, with 2 dumbbells, grab one and do it that way and use this hand for balance. I mean, I'm gonna use 2, but that is the best way to do it. Leaning forward into the movement and pushing up through the working leg. Your heart rate will significantly be so fucking high. I mean, mine's not that high because my heart rate's pretty low. But yeah, I'm gonna do my other leg, and then we've got 2 exercises. The last one's just like more of a pumper exercise, but it's been 52 minutes so far, team. But it definitely takes us longer because me and Cal are filming and I'm chatting. So it's probably been like 40 minutes. Moving on to tempo dumbbell squats. I was actually going to do them as goblet squats, but I feel like I'm going to do them as your average dumbbell squat. A goblet is when you hold it up here, you see. I'm not really feeling it. I'm going to do them as dumbbell. So when we're working tempo, you're focusing on time under tension. We're going to do 3, 2, 1, 1, which basically means, and also I'm going to grab the dumbbell like this, both hands on, like this, see, double grip. And what we're going to do, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, straight back down. So 3 seconds on the eccentric, 2 seconds pause, 1 second concentric. Basically, I'm not going to keep speaking it out to you, but 3, 2, 1, 1 is what you got to think in your head. Time under tension is so great. I love it in terms of like hypertrophy, slowing down the movement, actually feeling it and not just rushing through. I think squats is one of the best exercises you can do it on. Also, you can control it. You don't need to go that heavy when you're doing tempo work. Please, please don't like max out the weight because you want to be controlling the movement. I'm just going to do 1 set so you can see. I'm so out of breath.
Deleted on top I'm ODing. No rock star with these leather pants. I'm ACDCing. When I die, I bet they love me, but hate me when I'm breathing. I think you only love me cause I'm popping.
Thank you. Next. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I just also wanted to let you know that my protein, we keep getting emailed and like your code is now like 42 or 47% off. That is literally incredible. My code is LUCYD. I don't know if it's supposed to be in caps locks, but I'd always put it in caps locks just to be safe. So LUCYD, you can use the link below. I always use this cheeky little bottle because I feel like it's the most aesthetic thing I've ever seen in my life in terms of bottles. But no, you can use my code below. You can look at all my what I eat in a day videos as well in terms of like what supplements, vitamins, everything like that. I use the nut butters, etc. So I thought I'd let you know. So we're on to our last exercise and it is cable abductions. Now, as you can see, I use no weight. I don't even put it on 9, I don't put it on 14. It's literally, I just take the pin out. See here, nothing, pin on the floor. Because it's quite a difficult movement. Well, I find it really difficult anyway. So what you want to do, I use a handle so my foot's like against the side and that's not going to come off because like this bit stops it because it's solid. Now, you can kind of hold on to anything. I tend to step forward. So you put your leg that's on the ground forward. And what you basically want to do, hand on your hip, keeping that core nice and tight for balance. And you're abducting your foot, so your hip, to the side. If you can, try and internally rotate your foot a little bit. It can be a bit hard when you are using a handle in case it slips off. So what you want to do, nice and controlled, all the way up. And what you're going to aim for is 12 to 15 reps. It's only 2 sets, so you're doing 12 to 15 reps. If you feel like you can do more, go for 12 to 20. It's completely up to you.
hands rocking. When I link with ballpoint. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's
That is the session done and dusted. I've got my other leg to do and I've got another set of that as well, but that was a solid session. That was so enjoyable. You can probably tell that I enjoy my glute workouts quite a lot considering I'm smiling throughout it, even though they are difficult. The main focus is thinking about the movements. Why am I doing it? Do I need to slow it down? Do I need to drop the weight? Do I need to up the weight? Whatever it is, big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.